Instagram India was bombarded yesterday with news of a food delivery gone horribly wrong. An influencer's reputation and the man's livelihood hangs in the balance. Now let's get straight into it. Now as the story goes, Hitesha Chandranee placed an order through Zomato in the afternoon after a long day's work. The delivery was made by Kamaraj a whole hour after the order was placed. This was a violation of company policy, and so Hitesha called customer care. Now this is where things get kinda interesting. Before I tell you what I think, it's only fair that we hear both sides of the story.
So guys, my Zomato order was late and I was talking to the customer care executive, and meanwhile the delivery person just did this. He hit me, left me bleeding here and ran off. Please share this video with everyone.
Okay, so allegedly the two got into an argument about the delivery, which resulted in the huge guy breaking into a house and taking the food back. Now the argument escalated and ended up injuring Hitesha. Now the question is, how did these injuries happen? There are two very different accounts of the event. Now look at it from my perspective. It's a great time to be a woman. We're talking about all the right things and we're devoting time to rectify past mistakes, but is it possible that women herself could use this exactly to her advantage? Now I'm not saying all women are snakes. All I'm saying is, we just gotta get our facts straight.
And then the Zomato delivery guy came here. What he did was, he was so rude. He was so freaking rude. And because I have sushi with me, so I usually don't open my full door. So I was just talking him through a small slit from my door. And I just told him, Bhaiya, you wait, because I need to check with the team. Either they'll make it free or I don't want the order. And I already gave him the choice, like, I don't need the order, so you just take it. I am okay. But he refused to take the order back. And then again, he started screaming at me, bloody I'm your slave or what, you are asking me to wait for such a long time, what the hell, and so it was really threatening for me, and I got scared and I tried shutting my door so that he could not harm me. But before that, he pushed the door, and he was so huge. He pushed the door and he just snatched the order from my table. That is, he entered my house and then he punched me on my face so that I don't get back to him, and he ran.
Fuck you, bitch! Shut the fuck up, bitch!
Now nobody's asked for this, but here's what I want to see. First thing I want to see is the delivery boy's knuckles. I mean, think about it. He's punched her in the nose to a point where he shattered her nose. So it obviously means that he's gonna have some or the other bruises on his knuckles. So that's what I'd really like to see first. And the second thing I want to see is an x-ray of her nose, or the copy of the FIR to prove it. I don't know, maybe that's how it works. But if you're bringing something onto social media and it's half-baked truth, that's not gonna do it. Now the only reason I'm saying this is because people have lost their lives and their careers to misinformation and spent decades in prison for absolutely no fault of their own.
After a judge threw out the rape charge that had sent him to prison for more than 5 years.
Also, if you ever had a toothache, you remember the pain, right? I'm not sure if a lot of people might have had cavities. I mean, cavities hurt, but have you ever had a toothache? Now when you think about it, if you're talking about toothaches, that hurts like a bitch and you won't be able to speak. And now she's saying that she's in excruciating pain in the video that she's shooting, and yet she's able to speak in 2 different languages. Now why would a grown-ass man make up being whacked by a slipper, that too from a woman, or with a food delivery, a huge thing? Now I'm not saying she's made this up, and don't get me wrong, there are 2 sides to each story, so I would like to listen to what happened from Kamaraj's side. And as far as what I've heard, it just says that she's the one who abused him in the first place. Like, she was the one whacking him, he tried to defend her, punched her in the nose accidentally, or maybe he just pushed her hand and then the ring on her finger cut her nose. Now that side of the story that I would not like to completely go with, but maybe there is some truth there too. And I'm only saying this because there are so many questions that I have about the entire situation, and I mean no disrespect to either. Now the CEO of Zomato came up with some facts. And this is what he said in his statement. Facts. Kamaraj has been employed for 26 months. Facts. He's a 4.7 star delivery boy. Facts. This is over 5,000 customers. Facts. This is his full-time job and he has literally everything to lose. Now with all that being said, all we can hope for is that this story is tried in fairness and investigated thoroughly. Feminism means empowering women, yes, but it also means calling them out on their bullshit.
There is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I could give you like 17 right off the top of my head.
And if this is one of those times, I hope people can rally together against her just the way as they did in support of her. So let me know where you stand down in the comment section down below. And that's it for this video, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're inching near 1,000 subscribers. All the links to the gaming channel and everything are in the links down below. And I'll catch up with you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.